Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I think it's time to go ahead and do the next theme run. And as you've all already been told, this theme run is based around Luigi of Super Mario Bros. Fame. So there's probably a good number of you going, okay, so what exactly constitutes a Luigi build? Well, if you recall a while ago, I had already done a build based around Mario, so a lot of the things are going to be somewhat similar. Namely the basic. But whereas a lot of Mario's abilities come from being essentially a jack of all trades, and I had focused on just the colors blue and red, this time around things are a little bit different. First of all, green and blue doesn't quite have as interesting a spread, so we represent the color green with the tempo robe, which is going to improve our cooldowns and increase our run speed. Mario got bouncing blaze, so we'll give it to Luigi as well, which is going to essentially allow him a fireball. Which again, it makes sense. This is the fireball that you expect from the Mario Brothers series. Now, some of the other things I had to take some liberties with, so follow along with me. The two Wind Arcana, Razor Burst and... no, not that one. And Dragon Blast. I believe it's called Dragon Blast. Yep. Those are meant to simulate both the idea that Luigi runs faster than Mario, but with a little bit less control. And the Poltergust, I believe it's 3,000 now? I forget what exactly it was in Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm not sure if it was the 3,000 or the 5,000, but essentially we've got Poltergust and his run speed mixed in with that. And then, even though both plumbers are known for their jumping ability, Luigi can technically jump higher. And then taking some liberty with the with his super fire punch from the Smash Brothers series, we get Heroic Blaze. So if I take any extra Arcana, I'm going to lean it heavily towards the idea of jumping. If I happen to find something just a little bit more interesting than that, like, one thing that I could also pull some inspiration from... oh, sure, we just start with the person that completely negates my fucking build. Thanks, Zeal. But if I had the capability of getting it, one thing that I could do is take a little bit of liberty from Luigi's final smash in Smash 4 and Smash Wii U, where basically what he got was this weird, like, hobo dance that created a field of negative effects around him. I guess sort of a manifestation of his not only unending desire to be in the spotlight, following the shadow of his brother, but also a little bit of the humiliation and anxiety that he feels as a result of that, essentially always playing second fiddle. I guess that was the impetus behind Negative Zone, but fuck if I know. To me, it just seemed like a really weird idea. That was not smart. Ow! How dare you? You and your dark magic. Get out of here. I'll show you some dark magic, bitch. Yeah, so this is more than likely going to be the most difficult floor, just because the enemies here resist both the air and the fire-based tactics that I'm working with to try to make Luigi come to life here. Which I think is very rude of them. Now, one thing I could have done as a way of kind of differentiating Luigi from Mario is I could have given him some sort of ice ability and use that as a way of demonstrating either the ice flower or the penguin suit, but those weren't exactly Luigi specific. The Poltergust is. Oh, you fuckers canceled out my spell. Okay, could really use that Sonos headband. I don't know. I see a fairy and a paralytic venom stone. We'll take the paralytic venom stone for right now. It's not that I don't want the fairy. I haven't suddenly decided, fairies aren't worth it. That's very not me, but I do think the paralytic venom stone will be more useful in more situations. And since I am kind of getting my butt kicked, I would like to have something that's a bit more useful in all... Nice landscape. That's a bit more useful in all situations. That was very much the equivalent of the talking dog in Up that would suddenly stop and pay more attention to the squirrel than anything else. That's the one downside with the spell that I chose to simulate the Poltergust, is that it does send enemies away and make it hard to follow up with my heroic blaze. Though I guess I could have also used Gale Force alignment, but that to me was less Poltergust and more... I don't know. It just didn't seem like the Poltergust. Did you guys die already? Seriously. There we go. Run is looking pretty solid now. Go back, fight the boss, move on to the next floor. Oh yeah, Luigi time! Probably should have said that at the very opening. Okay, can we maybe not cheap shot me with a bunch of fucking projectiles? Oh, come on! Alright, definitely getting my ass kicked. That is not fun. Mirror Shield will help, though. You know, Binary Splashdown, now that I think about it, would probably be one of the better options, because that's not only a move that allows me to leap forward, but it'll combo nicely into Heroic Blaze. I was thinking the same thing about Airborne Slam, but that's not exactly what one would call Poltergust material. So on one hand, I'm kind of trying to reconcile a little bit with things that fit the theme. Simultaneously, I'm also trying to do things that are effective, and this is one of those odd instances where those things are actually... That'll be more money, so that'll be helpful. And that has a link up with Luigi's Mansion, because in Luigi's Mansion, he's collecting money. Okay, it's a stretch, but you know what? Everything else has been a stretch too, so... Come on, go away, thank you. Why, you guys gotta resist all my stuff! But one of the things that does set Luigi apart from Mario is the idea that he actually has a bit more slippery control than Mario. Now that's very difficult to work with in this context, because all you can really do is increase your movement speed, and then at the point which you'd be done increasing your movement speed, keep increasing it until you tap forward and suddenly you're in the next time zone. So that's hard to do without a little bit of cooperation from the game, honestly. So I just had to basically demonstrate that as, oh look, I'm not using Chaotic Rift. Does that work? Do you love me yet? Oh, that's not right. Strongman's Hammer! It's actually something that'd be more of a Mario trait. Which is not to say that I think one brother is necessarily stronger than the other, but that strength is more of a Mario thing. Well, there's Binary Splashdown. That's exactly what I asked for. But at the same time, getting the fireballs would be a big help. I think, in the long run, Binary Splashdown is actually probably what I want. It'll be more expensive to improve these other two later, but I do think that Binary Splashdown is actually better for the run in general. Even though it led to me just getting destroyed in this fight. Alright, well. Onwards. The one thing that I am having to be aware of with the bunny ears is that using Jump Arcana back to back actually boosts the effects. I don't think so. There we go. Okay, now we can move on to a floor where maybe my attacks will actually have an effect on something. Okay, I can't justify taking Stalwart Defenders, because it's not like Luigi is good at controlling statues, or you know, he doesn't just randomly get a Dominion Rod at any point. I mean, I could justify it because he blends in like a rock. No. Arcana, I feel I need to justify. Relics, not so much so. And typically in these theme runs, the relics are only important to a point. I mean, you got... Thanks, game. I don't know what that was all about. You gotta be able to still win the run, after all. So, apologies if the relics seem a little off, but like I said, you need to be able to win the run too, and there's only so many liberties I can take before I start to go, okay, now these theme runs are just starting to get a bit too difficult. Okay, I could have sworn I was holding right there, but my controller feels differently. I do wonder if maybe I should be using a different controller. Because now it seems like I'm noticing the D-pad issues on this controller as well. And maybe the issue is that perhaps I need to be more assertive with my D-pad presses and not kind of flake out between directions. Whatever that could possibly mean. Either way, whatever you feel the case may be, what it means in the long run is I need to wisen up, otherwise I'm going to lose this run. I can't just walk into every room and just be like, yep, hit me. I can take it, come on. Show me what you got. Is that the best you can do? Because eventually the enemies are going to be like, yeah, well, our best is still better than yours. Have I mentioned that I don't like Lancers very much? Okay, come on, we gotta... There we go. So one thing I should be taking advantage of is the idea that during my jump arcana, I am invulnerable. So take advantage of that, as well as its inherent ability to reposition myself. I should be okay. We will upgrade a Razor Burst. And as much as I like Ward of Winds, I'm not sure it's necessarily going to be the best thing for me. Also, how do I justify that? Well, the easy answer is it's a Poltergust upgrade. There we go. Okay, so I love this spell, but Luigi is not Vegeta, so I think I have to leave that behind. I can, however, justify Ward of Winds by saying it's an upgrade to the Poltergust. That, and once I upgrade, it'll also upgrade fire damage. So, honestly, that's not a bad find. That Poltergust upgrade that allows him to pick up and slap enemies from side to side as if he were like a mini Donkey Kong. Also, the area of effect on that is really small right now. Let's see, are there any randomly enhances an Arcana at the beginning of each stage? So that would be basically between 3 different options. I think I'm going to take this. Alright, Ward of Winds! Hopefully it helps more than my initial thought process says it will. But it is We are looking more at a Luigi's Mansion style build and not necessarily a new Super Luigi U build. Or even, you know, a Super Mario Bros. 2 build. You know what? Fuck you guys. Which, I don't even know what that would look like in this game. I guess something along the lines of any Arcana lets you pick up and throw things, along with jumping? I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that one. I see Iris's shop down there. Oh, you're gonna let me upgrade the blaze. Right. Fireballs are more effective now. Now, if we can just get the Binary Splash upgrade and the Ward of Winds upgrade, then we'll be doing good. And yeah, there's a chance that they'll be randomly boosted thanks to the... Okay, game, why are you doing this? Is my controller really that untrustworthy, or just randomly shifts directions? Because I'm getting the feeling that's more so me than anything else. And I think ultimately I just have to accept that I am playing really poorly right now. Or it could also just be that Heroic Blaze is setting me up for failure. Because I'm noticing that some enemies will just position themselves directly underneath the blaze, and then just slap me as soon as I land, as if they're just completely invulnerable to it. Or it could just be down to I'm playing poorly. Which I think ultimately at the end of the day that's what we're looking at is that I'm just kind of playing like garbage. So wait, where did the second one go? Okay, I'm really confused as to what's going on here. Like, I don't know if the problem is that I'm not paying attention to what's going on, or if I'm seriously just getting smacked. I mean, I don't know how much health that's going to be, seeing as I can't even keep my current maximum health anywhere near up, but yeah, I think I might just leave that one alone. And where's the red portal? I haven't found the red portal yet. Oh, hello. Do I have anything that I would want to give him right now? You know, actually, that I probably should have kept that, but oh well. What's done is done now. And then we'll go ahead and take this. You know, ultimately, I just thought about it. That was probably the reason why I was getting my cooldown back on Binary Splashdown so fast. Oh well. See, what that does is that little mistake is now going to make me much more appreciative of Spice Rack. Because I basically just dismissed it because, oh, it's not helping me that much. The actual fact of the matter, it's doing more than I'm giving it credit for. Sometimes the best way to learn is by making mistakes. Oh, yeah, that was real fair. Love that. Alright, now she's gonna do this. Okay, so if I see Spice Rack in the store, I'll buy it back, but just as of right now, I just have to accept the idea that I'm feeling just a little stupid. Hey, little bird, what's up? Woo! I'm also starting to realize just how bad this enemy layout is for my build. Zeal resists everything. And then Freya resists fire. Now you're going to resist the wind portion. Like, this run is actually more difficult than I'm giving it credit for. I mean, that's not to say that I've not made any mistakes. I certainly have. But, wow, now I'm starting to realize that, yeah, game's kind of out for blood. The game looked at my build and said, "Oh, this is what you're doing, huh? Well, why don't we put that to the test?" Well, at least I know a chunk of my build is actually good against this boss. There we go. Make good use of the jump arcana, and you should be fine. It's what you're good at, Luigi. Come on, you can do it. Also, why the fuck are you wearing a top hat? Well, you know we're going to take the fiery paintbrush. Each Fire Arcana unlocked increases the chance of dealing double damage on Arcana use. Okay, so that's not necessarily just however many Fire Arcana you have. It's the chance increases for every Fire Arcana unlocked. So that is seriously just how many Arcana you have, you know, in your inventory as far as fire is concerned to begin with, not what you're holding. Alright, I actually misinterpreted how those work. So those actually have a use no matter when you find them. Okay, well that room was damaging. Mostly to my self-esteem, but I mean, yeah, that also took a lot of my health away. That's not fun. That's not good. I'm not happy. Or I could also say that maybe Luigi isn't the strongest choice for these trials. Oh, I'm dumb. It's alright, we're still doing it. I will make it to the end of this run. That you can count on. Even if I'm playing just terribly, there are some things you can count on, and that's that I will find a way to course correct. Even in the face of things that are extremely unfair, like those guys getting to auto-critical like a bunch of jackasses. Hello, Doctor. Hold on. Hey, I can buy something useless for 125. Problem is, I'm still going to end up losing binary splashdown, which I think would be a bad thing. And I'm not sure I see any way around it right now. I don't want to lose binary splashdown, so I might just have to accept that we're not getting anything from Dr. Song this time around. Oh yeah, I'm just getting ruined here. And part of the problem that I just now noticed is that Heroic Blaze isn't doing anything, despite the fact that there's swirling fire underneath me, not doing anything to stop enemy projectiles, so they just get to hover beneath me so that when I land, I just take it straight up the ass as a good old dark energy enema. Which, you know, I don't even need a regular enema, let alone a dark energy one. Which, despite how much damage that Heroic Blaze can do, it does kind of feel... It does kind of feel like it's a bit detrimental with just the idea that you can't move. Oh, and my fireballs don't destroy their fireballs. A lot of the mistakes in this build are just due to ignorance. Like, oh, this doesn't behave like I thought it would. I'd like to move now. Okay, I need to retreat. I don't even think I can go that way right now. Okay, what the hell? I was pressing straight up, and the game somehow read that as diagonal. What is going on? Okay, that was horrible, and it didn't get me anywhere either, so I am just screwed. Oh, but now she finally gives me the binary splashdown upgrade. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, a little late now. Oh, my word of advice for the day. Try to play your games with wired controllers, because I'm pretty sure what's going on here is that the Bluetooth is reading funny, and because of that... Well, because of that, and because Heroic Blaze just sets me up for failure, I think is what's really going on here. Oh, but look, we have the Magician's outfit. And I hope that's enough to save this run, because I just got ruined. And do you really expect anything less of Luigi, though? He tries so hard to follow in his brother's successful footsteps and just gets wrecked so often. Are you serious? Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, well, there's no doubting I absolutely need this, otherwise we're not clearing the run. That's just a dead fact. Then again, maybe there's a reason why Heroic Blaze is typically paired with the, what is it, spinning something. I forget the name. Oh, Breaking Twister. Durr. The reason is because it'll just draw the enemies into the epicenter of it and not allow them to escape, which is kind of the real issue that I'm having, is that the enemies can too easily escape. Well, I guess it's not only they can escape too easily, but also it does nothing to prevent you from just getting a projectile slammed right up your colon. I don't know. I think just like in Smash, the issue is Luigi tries so hard to outdo his brother with his jump attack, and it ends up creating more problems than it solves. At the same time, he has a 0 to death that Mario only wishes he had. That having been said, I am generally better with Mario, so take what in the hell? See, I don't know if I just lost my place there or if something funny was happening. Alright, cool. Done. I don't know if I can justify Arc Sphere with this build. And when is Luigi ever known for setting down orbs of electricity? I don't know, maybe in Luigi's Mansion 3, but I haven't played all the way through that game, so... You know, and it's not because I didn't like it, because that's not the case. I do like the game, but at the same time, you know, other things came out. Yeah, Heroic Blaze just doesn't do a very good job against most of these enemies. And it's also got a very limited range. Which, incidentally, is all the same problems that it has in Smash. Its effective hitbox is very limited in range. And even though it's strong, it's kind of unreliable, and as a recovery move, it's just straight up trash. I mean, when it's effective, it's really effective. When it's not very effective, it's really not effective. And yeah, here comes the part where I reconcile with the idea that the weaknesses of this build might just get me killed. Not to mention that my controller is acting funny. Holding straight up. Oh, you want to go diagonally, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it, racist caricature of the controller. Okay, we've kind of got it. Oh, I think after this, though, no more Heroic Blaze unless I'm using it alongside Breaking Twister. I'm not even sure that's the right spell, but hopefully at least one of you understands what I'm trying to say. Because it seems to just set me up for more failure than anything else. I mean, even me poorly timing a dash right into a void beam seems like it's doing less damage to me than a bad Heroic Blaze. Okay, yeah, no more using Heroic Blaze. Like, even with the Magician's outfit, that was unnecessarily difficult. Yeah, 700 damage in one level. God. So, there's 3 parts to that. How much of that was just poor play on my behalf? How much of that was my controller acting up? And how much of that was the idea that Heroic Blaze actually sets you up for more failure than it does success? And I'm sorry, Luigi, but you've really got to learn to balance out your game a little bit. Some people can work with your slippery controls and your high jump, but I think honestly, that's why Mario tends to be more successful. I'm sorry, just saying it like it is. Anyway, that was me complaining my way through a Luigi-themed run. Let me relearn English and I'll get back to you. Now, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and the next run will probably be fairly average. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. So, thank you guys for all your support, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.